Hey guys, and I was really looking forward to giving you my five best bets of the week for the football week coming up. But I gotta discuss something first based on what I just saw. So stay tuned for that. And I got a little bit of a public service announcement because everyone's talking about it, and I want to put my 5 cents in. So let's get ready for these five quick tips of the week. What you are listening to is what just happened in this game. Um, it it's inexplicable. It really is. To use your helmet as a weapon against a player. I hate that I have to talk about stuff like this. It really is gross. It's despicable, and there's no words for a player to do something like that and just play this game of football. It's a privilege. Raise your hand right now if you would give up whatever you were doing right now to play in the National Football League. I'm sure 95% of people who were listening to this would agree with what I'm saying. It's a privilege to play in this league, and if you're gonna act like that, there's no room for you in this game. It is absolutely inexplicable. It's disgusting, and it sucks that a player like Myles Garrett, who's never had done something wrong off the field, who's always played at the top level of this position, is now should, and I hope, suspended for the rest of the year. It's getting criminal at this point. You can't use a blunt force object as a weapon against someone's head. You hit him in the wrong spot, he starts seizing out on the floor. Like, you just can't do stuff like that. And I agree with Baker, honestly. It hurts no one but your team, and it's inexplicable. Like, it's just it's inexplicable, and it sucks that he will only be remembered for this. It's like when Ndamukong Suh or when Sue stomped on that guy's arm. That is sugar coated. That is the watered down version of what I just saw. And Pouncey, listen, I can't say his actions were fine and good. I can't totally inexcuse him for that. But dude, you got what's coming to you. You take something out like that on a guy like that. You gotta diffuse the situation. Someone's gotta take a hold. And overall, it's Kitchens. Freddie Kitchens has got to get a hold of this team. You can't have something like that happen on the field. Absolutely inexplicable, disgusting, and I hope he gets suspended for the season because really, it's a privilege to play in this league, and for him to do something like that, I hope I never have to see something like that ever again.
I just wanted to add one more thing in because I remembered it as I stopped recording. Didn't Mason Rudolph get a concussion this year? Isn't he the one that got almost knocked out of the game? Like, dude, are you serious? Like, he was got hit in the head and he was like seizing out on the ground. You hit him again, he's already got problems with his brain. We CTE everything. Oh, the players, they need to be more protective. Well, the players have to play smart. You have to just, you gotta be smart. And I just hope that something happens because of this. I hope actions get taken, and I hope just something happens and it gets fixed because it's getting to the point where it's ridiculous. Okay, enough of that. Here are my five best bets of the week. I'm going to go on a limb here. I don't usually do stuff that's out of the norm for me. I usually try to stay pretty safe with my picks, but I want to go 5 for 5, baby. We want to go 5 for 5. All of my stats are coming off FanDuel Sportsbook. The FanDuel Sportsbook gives you also an app called OddsFire. OddsFire helps you see where the money is being put in these bets, who's betting where, and what overall people are like feeling this week. So OddsFire is a
Sorry, my computer just decided to stop recording for some reason. Uh,
yeah. My computer just said no. I'm not gonna continue. Let's just die on you right here. But as I was saying, OddsFire gives you a really good perspective on where the money's going, who's betting where, and what people are overall feeling. So let's get into that first pick. My first pick is an interesting one. I think it's very interesting to a lot of people. It's the Bengals 12.5 dogs. Dogs to the Raiders. Anybody else feel a trap game coming this year? I keep saying this trap game. But it's 12.5 points, and the Raiders really haven't won a lot of games by a really big margin. You could say maybe the Colts game, maybe the Broncos game, but that's week one. The last couple games they've won by 7, 3, 7, 3, 2. They don't win by big margins, and I feel like the Bengals, they're not gonna go 0-16. As bad as their team is, I really don't think they're gonna be that bad. I don't think they can be that bad. I think they'll be 1 win, 2 wins, 3 wins. So we'll see what happens. But I think Mixon and the Bengals could pull something out and lose the game by 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. You have 12.5 points to work with. So 13.5, 12.5 point dogs. I think they can cover. Gonna be honest with you guys, kind of like Miami. I think they're a pretty good team. Devontae Parker, they got Mike Gesicki. Their defense is not really there, but I kind of like the Dolphins at 11-point dogs. 7-point dogs in this one. Bills don't win by a huge margin. They beat the Bengals by 4. They beat the Dolphins by 10 the last time they played. But again, this is a different team. They beat the Jets by 1. The Dolphins are a much better team. They're playing at home. They have some momentum. I don't think the Dolphins are going to win this game, but I think that they could keep this one close. I think this is going to be a close one. I think it's going to actually maybe come down to the wire, but this will be a close game. 7-point dogs, the Dolphins. I feel kind of confident with that team. This game scares me. Jacksonville versus the Colts in Indy. Division game. I'm picking the Colts. The reason is they just got embarrassed by the Dolphins. I think they lost 2 in a row. They lost the Steelers. They lost the Dolphins. 2 games I think they should have won. Brissett was out. They didn't play as well. This team is so unpredictable. They beat the Chiefs, then they lose to the Dolphins. I don't know what to think about this team, but I do know I feel like they have to win this one. Foles is coming back, though, but I don't think Foles is going to have so much of an impact than people think he is. I think the Colts could cover a 2.5 spread in this one and get this one at home and get back on track in that AFC South. Man, this is just a crapshoot. I'm going Jets, man. 2.5-point dogs in this one against the Redskins. Neither team knows what either one is. Darnold, Le'Veon Bell, Jamison Crowder, Jamal Adams. Their team is too good to be in a situation like this. Coming off a big win at the Giants, I feel like they could use some of their momentum to grab a game in Washington. And let's move on, man. This is a crapshoot of a game. My best bet of the week is one that I really hope comes through because I'm putting a lot of stock into this one. I am going New Orleans Football Saints are going to cover the spread. They are going to cover that spread of 5.5. This game, we know what this game consists. What Jameis is going to show up. The Jameis that looks like a first round overall pick, like the first overall pick of the draft. Or are we going to get the 6th pick Jameis in London? And I think we're going to get the 6th pick Jameis, and I kind of hope we do. I've never fully liked Jameis Winston, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. And I feel like the Saints kind of just got embarrassed by the Falcons with Drew Brees are coming back, and I feel like it's just going to click for the Saints, and they're going to win big in Tampa Bay. So the pick 6 Jameis is going to be back. Drew Brees is going to turn to elite form, and it's only 1 touchdown. It's 5.5 points. And I think the Saints can easily cover that. So, in conclusion, we have the Saints 5.5, Indianapolis 2.5, The Jets 2.5. And what was my last one? Oh yes. My Cincinnati Bengals 12.5. Yeah. So kind of a tough week to be honest with you. There's some weeks where I really like a pick and I'll be like full in on it, and I know that one will be my best bet. If I'm being honest here, I think Cincinnati is my best bet. That's a lot of points. 12.5 is a lot of points. And with the Colts playing I mean not the Colts, holy the Bills, I think, right? The Raiders playing every game close. I think it's going to be a close one here. I think the Bengals are your best bet, but yeah, those five are my picks of the week. Um, Again, the whole Mason Rudolph thing, just inexplicable. I just watched their interviews, and Myles Garrett did not say the right thing. So, but yeah, didn't apologize, didn't say anything, just said whatever he wanted. So that's the end of the podcast. Hope you guys enjoy. Again, follow me on Instagram. It's double T in the morning. So it's double T in the TM morning in the morning. Double TIM, something like that. Have a good night, guys. Enjoy and good luck in week 11.